Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Dracula, the 1979 version. And this movie is a Dracula movie in which I have not seen yet. I've seen a couple of them. I've seen the 1931 version, I've seen Bram Stoker's Dracula, directed by Francis Ford Coppola, and some other ones, I'm sure. And this was one of the ones I hadn't seen yet, and it was just on Netflix, and I thought, okay, let's see what this is. And it was under 2 hours. I was like, this looks like it could be something. And it was fine overall. To talk about what I liked about it, because I'm just going to skip over the story, because you all know what the story of this movie is. I'm pretty sure everyone knows how the story of Dracula gets started and how it ends, and all these characters. There's Jonathan Harker, he's a character, Van Helsing, etc., etc., etc. What I liked was the music, and it was composed by John Williams, and I thought that it added a decent amount and was enjoyable and never once took away from any particular scene that it was in. I also did appreciate how quickly we got into the story. Like from the opening scene, we're already on the boat, and it's like in a storm and like crashing, and I liked how fast we got there, and it didn't waste any time. And I thought the acting was pretty good as well. One thing that I didn't mention yet is that Donald Pleasance was in this movie, and he was good. I always liked seeing him. And I also liked the scenes with Dracula. I thought Dracula had good screen presence, and the actor who played him, probably going to mispronounce this, Frank Langlia. He did a great job in this movie, and I also really enjoyed the voice that he brought to the character. I thought that was a good idea to bring, that he brought to the character and added a lot. And the movie did get a bit better as it went along, because towards the beginning I was like, okay, I'm not really impressed with this, and there's some stupid things here and there, but I guess I can forgive that if it's in service of something that I really connect with. And there were some nice looking shots sprinkled throughout this movie that looked nice. But speaking of the look of the movie, despite some nice looking shots in this movie, one thing that I can say that kind of let me down about this movie is that there wasn't really a distinct style to this movie that made it stand out. And this movie is directed by John Badham, and I don't think I've seen one of his movies before, but this movie didn't really do anything in terms of the filmmaking that just made it stand out from other movies that came out around the time. There were some goofy sound effects in this movie that took me out of it, mostly towards the beginning with like the wolves and stuff. Like, that was just kind of goofy to me, and I couldn't take it seriously. And there were obviously some plot holes that just kind of bugged me, but most of them were just like tiny things. Towards the beginning, I was having a difficult time getting into the movie because it was so dark that I couldn't really make out what I was supposed to be seeing. I was like, what am I supposed to be looking at right now? I can barely see anything. And I get it, it's supposed to be nighttime, it's supposed to be dark, but it was just very poorly lit at times towards the beginning. And another thing that let me down about this movie is that it didn't do anything particularly interesting, unique, or new to this story that made it stand out. Like, everything that it's doing is just has been done in other Dracula related movies so that are just better. Like, while watching this movie, all I kept thinking about it while watching it is that this is just a worse version of Nosferatu the Vampire, which came out the exact same year. I'm not even kidding you. 1979. And also, when I was reminded of Nosferatu the Vampire, I also kept thinking, man, I wish I was watching that movie, because there were so many moments that just live rent free in my head, and like filmmaking is just utilized so much in that movie, and utilizes classical music in a way that benefits the film. And I love the character Dracula in that movie, and the way he's portrayed. And just everything that I wish this movie was is just in that movie. And there were honestly moments in this movie that I just couldn't take seriously. Like, characters' deaths, like those stood out to me as particularly goofy, and I just didn't take them seriously. There were moments where I was like, okay, this didn't feel unintentionally funny, but I wasn't scared by anything. I didn't feel tension or any level of fear while watching this film. At best, it was me thinking, oh, that's kind of creepy imagery, but that's about it. Most of the movie, I wasn't scared. I wasn't that engaged with it. It was fine, and I'll never watch Dracula in 1979 ever again. So you can watch this movie. It's not terrible. I just don't think it's anything special. So with all that being said, I'm going to give Dracula 1979 a 5 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of Dracula 1979, and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for the Amityville Horror from 1979, the original. Talked about 3 movies from 1979 in just one video. Dracula, Nosferatu the Vampire, and now the Amityville Horror, all released the same year. Did not plan for that to happen, but here we are. But anyways, look forward to my review of that. But until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.